Shalom, shalom. Before we get started, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Harakak Wadash. Double honors to my older apostles, a great millstone who rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the Akim, a great millstone pushing his truth throughout the four corners in these last days. Shalom, shalom. All right, and the title of this video, okay, it's not going to be who is the devil. All right, these just precepts I got on Esau. But the title of the video is going to be third person singular pronoun, okay? Which the Bible uses third person singular pronouns, okay, to help identify who is it talking about, who is the scriptures talking about, okay? And we're gonna go into that, and also I want to speak on Esau, who is the devil, that old serpent, Satan. All right, and just show you how it's the so-called white man. Okay. So we're gonna start off with Revelation 20:2, and it says, "And he laid hold on the dragon, that he is Septimius Severus." Okay, which he was a black Roman general. An Israelite, okay? It wasn't just him, his son after him, and, the Israelites that was before him, they helped take down the Western and Eastern Roman Empire and turned it into the Holy Roman Empire, okay? But, so that's that he right there. So it says, Revelation 20:2, "And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan." Right, and we know that the great red dragon is the ancient Roman Empire. Okay, so it says, "That old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years." Okay, so it's telling you it's all the same person. That dragon, we're going to read it again, but slow. Revelation 20:2, "And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan." All right, so the person it's talking about it's a nation of people who the scriptures are talking about. Okay, we're going to prove that, but it's telling you that they're all the same person. They're all the same nation of people. The devil and Satan is not two different people. It's describing someone. It's talking about a man. A nation of people, wicked people. Okay, and that what it means by that old serpent from Genesis, the serpent that deceived Eve. It was not a literal serpent. It was a man, a wicked man. Okay. So it says Revelation 20:2. I'm keep reading it over and over so it can stick. Because I know you got new guys, people waking up to the truth every day. So, if you come across this video, want you to understand it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Because Christians, you got Christians that'll read the whole Bible, okay, and they'll overlook something just so as simple as this, All right, so they'll overlook something so simple as this. This Revelation 20:2, "And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, and bound him 1,000 years. Okay, which that him is a third person singular pronoun. Okay, so that helps you understand that the scriptures. All right. So let's finish it off. Revelation 20:3, "And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up." The bottomless pit is Europe. Okay. All right, and to help you with that, to show you that the bottomless pit is Europe, because Septimius Severus, he took down the ancient Roman Empire. All right, and the ancient Roman Empire. It was vast. It covered Italy, Europe. All right, the empire was vast. Like if you go, go look at a map of the ancient Roman Empire. You would see that it was vast. It was huge. Okay, it was in Europe as well. Okay, they conquered a lot of land back in those times. All right, so it says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, Europe, and shut him up. All right, so the white man went in slavery in Revelation 20:3. All right, and this was during the Dark Ages, or what you call the Middle Ages. All right, and it says, and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. And the white man was loosed a little season during the Renaissance, 1400s. All right, so it says, and this is another point I wanted to point out. So I got a couple precepts. Okay, but that was it on that. Let me see, because you got third person singular pronouns all through the Bible, but that was the main one I wanted to point out. Because Revelation 22 is saying a lot. It's simple to the men of the Lord, but when you trying to make your point, that one verse got a lot of meat in it, for lack of better words. Okay, so that's the point I wanted to make about that third person singular pronoun. All right, so, but got other precepts showing you that the white man is the wicked in the Bible. All right, this First Maccabees 1:7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Okay, so this, and of course the Greek Empire. Okay, this was the first time, Esau, the so-called white man, had an empire. Okay, but before that, he just had tribes. Okay, and you see how evils was multiplied on the earth once they became a nation, a kingdom, an empire. Okay, you get an empire by conquering other nations and countries. Okay, so it says evils were multiplied in the earth. All right, so it's clear they went from being in the caves, to having an empire. All right, so it says First Maccabees 1:10, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surname Epiphanes, okay, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. Okay, so evils was multiplied on the earth when they started ruling, and we it don't take a rocket science to know what race of people was who made up the Greek Empire. White people. All right, and we're going to use that term. They're not really white, but we're gonna debunk that with the scriptures. But I got precepts lined up that I want to touch on. This Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, so these is just gold nuggets. All right, these precepts is gold nuggets to point at who is the wicked. Why is the earth in the current state that it's in? Like, what is going on? All right, the prophets is here to let you know what's going on. Okay, it's Revelation 12:1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and with the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And that woman is the 12 tribes of Israel, the Israelites. Okay? And she being with child, traveling in birth and pain to be delivered. Okay? That's Isaiah 9:6. All right? And that child is the Messiah. Okay? He came out of Judah. Hebrews 7:14, the tribe of Judah. Okay? And the tribe of Judah is of the 12 tribes of Israel, that woman. So it says, Revelation 12:3, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. All right, we see that his right there. That's another pronoun. The word his. Okay, that's the point. And we know that great red dragon, all right, is the ancient Roman Empire. Okay, which it came back in the Renaissance. All right. So it said as America, and America sits on top of the NATO and the EU. Okay. And the European Union is it deals with the economy of the whole earth, and NATO is more of military, military might or power, so to speak. Okay. All right, which that's just Esau, the so-called white man. He's policing. He's policing the whole earth. He's trying to be a security guard of the whole earth. And the people are mourning. This white man is not a friend to these other nations. He's not. He's definitely haven't been a friend to these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay. You can't sing the Wayne Bros. The song that used to come on for that TV show, the Wayne Bros. I forgot. I ain't seen it so long. You can't sing that when you got Esau in the picture. Talking about we brothers, we're happy and then we singing and we color. You know what I'm trying to say, but that don't apply to Esau. All right. This 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, and walketh about seeking whom he, another pronoun, whom he may devour. Okay? So, just showing you how scriptures have pronouns in them. Okay? And it's not in there for no reason. It's in there for a reason, but people overlook the smallest thing. Prayer of Azariah 1:9. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of God, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world. Okay? And that's we've been slaves under the most wicked in all the world. Okay? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay? Look. This is Genesis 25:25. And the first came out red all over like in hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Okay? Now, this sounds like the devil. He came out red because hey, you know, like Christians think, they picture some red guy in the middle of the earth, waiting on your spirit to come down there so he can torture us. That's foolishness. Okay, you don't have the light. You don't have the truth. You have no understanding. All right. This precept makes way more sense than what these Christians teach. And if you're still under that Christianity Kool-Aid, okay, hey, you're not going to receive salvation if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. The scriptures talk about becoming a new creature. You gotta put off what you was taught, and you gotta relearn it. All right. So let me read it again. Genesis 25:25. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment. They called his name Esau. And his name goes into Adawam. All right. Which means wasted. Wasted away is he. Okay. Genesis 25:30. Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint." Therefore was his name called Edom. Wasted away is he. He lacks melanin, pigmentation. He has leprosy. Okay. I'm going to read this. Yeah. Yep, I'm going to speed up because I ain't trying to make it too long. This is Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Okay. So this is where the wicked used to stay. The wicked, the devil, they used to stay over there. What's the bird for Mount Seir? Okay, it's the eagle. All right. The bird that Mount Seir, also called Mount Petra, the bird that they use to symbolize them is the eagle. Okay. It says, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee. I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Okay? And and you wonder, this is plainly telling you. Okay? And I skipped over there in Genesis, but it tells you Esau, he shall live by his sword. Okay? He's going to live by his sword. That's his blessing. And the sword is used to kill. Okay? He shall get everything by the sword. Okay? And it tells you it's two manner of people. When you go back to it, two manner of people was being born in the same womb. Two different people. All right. This is Ezekiel 35:15. And as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea. Idumea represents Esau, Edom, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Okay. Genesis 36:1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in Mount Seir. Okay. because Esau, he lived in Mount Seir and in the Caucasus Mountains as well. Malachi 1:4. Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So the Lord is clearly telling you he hate Edom. He hate Esau, Edom. He hate Idumea. And he says what? And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. All right, don't act like you can't read. This Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Okay? And that's what the Lord been doing to Babylon the Great America. The Lord been weakening, America. All right, and these other nations, European Union nations, okay, they're joining forces against Babylon the Great. Okay? Which Babylon the Great America, its ally, all right, is when its allies get into trouble, get into an altercation, a war, America has to jump in. So we see how everything is playing out in 2022, and it's inevitable. World War III, ain't no turning it around. Okay, that's a train with no brakes. That's a bullet train with no brakes. Okay, so it says, Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. All right, and this Esau, the so-called white man, he done did great things. He done so-called landed on the moon. The eagle has landed. He got his satellites up there in space. He's ruling the earth in great pride. All right. Esau, the so-called white man, he said, fuck all the evil I done did to everybody under the sun. He's not going to admit anything. He's going to act like he don't know what you're talking about. Then he's going to push his ideology, on people. That's why Psalms, I think the 50th chapter, Psalms the 50th chapter or the 51st chapter, it goes into it. It's like, why does the wicked take my law in their mouth? And that just shows you just how, Esau is just lawless. He's wicked, profane. He hides himself, he makes himself appear as an angel of light, as good people, but they're wicked. So it says, that's the point right here, Obadiah 1:4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. Okay? And that's the state bird. The state bird of America is the eagle. Okay? Of the United States, the eagle. All right, the bald eagle. Okay? The ancient Greeks, their state bird was the eagle. The ancient Roman Empire, their state bird was the eagle. Okay? Mount Seir, okay? Their state bird was the eagle. So it's no new thing under the sun. All right? You see that eagle on every coin, everywhere, on the dollar, everywhere. All right? So that's the point. Yeah, that's long enough. With that, want to end it off and give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to my elder apostles. Double honors to my elder apostles of Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Honors and salutations to the Akim and Great Millstone, pushing this truth throughout the four corners. Shalom.